Hello there, trainers. Hope you're all ready for a great day today. This morning, I find myself in a bit of a predicament, and that predicament is this. So for my job, I am trying to help automate the process of preparing a tax return, collecting documents from clients, compile all that information together, turn it into a tax return, make it easy for somebody to review it, and then push it on to some sort of processing team, to our processing team that can help really get it to the, out the door into the client's hands is kind of the plan. But just to help with streamlining that process. And the predicament I find myself in is, on the one hand, I've built some automations that have helped gather a lot of documents from clients and drop them into my pool, into my queue of things to work on. And the other half of the predicament is it dropped in enough that I find myself swamped and having to push things that I wish I wasn't having to push onto the team, onto the rest of the team. Just enough volume there. Technically, I'm taking some stuff off of their plate that they normally would have had, trying to help with that. But yeah, I'm wanting this clean, crisp, smooth process, and we're still enough in a development phase and right at the heart of tax season that there's just some bottlenecks and things to work through. And as I've been thinking about that, and kind of the pain points that come with it, the discomfort that comes from, like, oh my goodness, in some ways there's some things here that could be really helpful, but in other ways I've created a mess for myself, and I've got to work myself out of this. And thinking about kind of that position I find myself in, I looked in the Pokedex under Timber, little muscly dude, right? It says in the Pokedex that Timber, when it is able to carry, these large logs, large pieces of wood, without much difficulty, then it is close to evolving. And I think that might be like our professional lives, or it could even be personal lives, things that we're working on, we're trying to develop. Sometimes things start hard and it's difficult, and we kind of have to exercise at it, keep trying. I think what it really comes down to is if you give up, or you let yourself get steamrolled and you quit trying, that's when you really find problems. But if we keep after it, that's how we evolve and can turn it into something better. Anyway, so that's my rare candy for you to level up on today. Hopefully you find that beneficial. Thank you for taking the time to watch up to this point, and also for my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to do that. With that, trainers, let's keep after it, and I'll catch you leveled up on the other side.